The next item is approval of Thomas Earl grant requests.
Catching up here. Last month I was Thomas Earl and the Andres request are probably about a 3-week difference in the request, and we need a little additional time to get those requests made and to allow our staff a little bit more time to get them together. So you can see on the bottom of the request for 2012 totaling about $32,740 that we have already presented to the Thomas Earl for. The deadline was, I believe, June 1st, so it was after the May board meeting.
And you need approval?
Yeah, it's after the fact. But
so moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the Thomas Earl request for 2012. Any other discussion?
Looks like we added a few things this year, a little more.
we did a little bit more, and that's why we took a little bit extra time to get those requests in.
And I was sort of follow up on that. That's what I noticed. I mean, it's a little more than usual. I was just wondering what dictates how much we ask for.
There is, I think we look at them, the two of us will look at them, and we'll try to get a feeling of what has been requested over the different years. Obviously looking at what has happened post-2008 with the markets, I think there's a little bit of a decrease there for the last couple of years. Trying to at least be a little bit aware of that, and then making those requests. So it's pretty much wide open, but we try not to ask for things that typically we should be funding out of the district budget. These are things that are either above and beyond or have a specific purpose with the Thomas Earl to help, whether it's students or people from, citizens that have disabilities, to get some things that we typically don't have, or they have dual usage between the school district and the city of Toma.
The building principals typically ask their staff if there are areas that they feel they have needs in, and then they make those recommendations to Mr. Border and myself, and we review them. Thomas Earl, again, is specifically for handicapped people with disabilities as well as families in crisis. And I do sit on that committee that awards that money, and unfortunately, I have to refrain from voting on anything for the school district, but I can tell you that there was money allotted this year to address some of the requests that were made.
Okay.
Mr. President, it can't be emphasized enough. These people that give money, and a while back I asked about who was this Thomas Earl. You'll see him on a board at the high school. He was an all-state runner, graduated from Toma, and had affiliation with Briggs and Stratton. And a regular deep search of this gentleman was Joan Graindier Lee, and she wrote something up for us in regard to Thomas Earl. It's good to know the history of him and these people that leave money to the district. Frank Andres was another one. It's really great that they've done that, and I don't think you can emphasize enough the importance of what they've meant over the years to the Toma schools. Just like to say that. And a lot of people know Frank Andres, at least I did. I used to go into his hardware store when I was young, but I didn't know Thomas Earl. But I sure did find out about him. That's a great gesture to us.
The point's well taken, and it's makes you think that it's important to have a really good school district so that other people in the future might want to do the same thing. You know?
Correct.
Have people proud to be part of the school district.
Right.
And we've been very lucky with generosity. Anything else? I believe we have a motion and a second for approval of the Thomas Earl grant request. Once again, any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? So the grant requests are approved.